Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geezers. Have a little spotlight episode tribute here. Let Pete take it over here.
Yes, so what's going on, everybody? Hope you are all set to have a great Christmas, because, of course, it is Christmas weekend. So happy holidays, everybody. Speaking of holidays, so we had a fun little Sea of Tranquility holiday party last weekend. And Mr. Craig Kaminsky, for those of you who maybe don't watch Sea of Tranquility, he's one of my regular colleagues on both the Hudson Valley Squares and the Monsters Den. And Craig showed up with a little box of goodies for me for the holidays. And he gave me an issue of the Avengers that I've been looking for a while. And it's a key. It is issue number 9.
Look at that.
Featuring the introduction of Wonder Man.
That's a nice book.
Yeah. So, and I read it the other day. I'm not going to open it up because this is rather old and it's in good condition, but it's not something I want to be kind of like wrangling about, showing inside the cover. But basically, for those of you who don't know, the Wonder Man character originally kind of created by Baron Zemo. So here we got Baron Zemo with the Enchantress and the Executioner. They were looking for a 4th member of their kind of evil team to combat the Avengers. And basically what Baron Zemo did is almost kind of like a super soldier type thing. He took like Simon Williams, the character, and he infused him with all this power stuff, and he became the character Wonder Man initially to befriend the Avengers and join their ranks, but then twist the knife and turn on them, right? That the rest of the team could come in. Well, for those of you who know the story, that didn't actually work out so well. And what's really interesting about this is that basically, spoiler alert,
he got a job as a spokesman for Wonder Bread.
No, not quite.
Wonder Man.
Not quite. He doesn't even make it out of the issue. So
he
after
eats loaves of bread,
big battle, and at the end, he actually dies. He basically dies at the end of this issue. So it was like a one-and-done type of thing. Of course, many issues later, they bring him back. And then it's determined that he actually shares some composition with the part of the brain with the Vision. Okay. So Wonder Man and Vision, in a weird way, are kind of related, right? And then eventually Wonder Man becomes a hero and joins the Avengers for many issues. And I'm thinking maybe in the not-too-distant future, I might do like a whole spotlight on Wonder Man and kind of show the progression through the years. But I love the original costume. I hated the Wonder Man costume later on when he's just
the disco suit,
the disco suit, and the sunglasses like those, and the hair.
Like those.
It just looks ridiculous because he doesn't look like. No, the sunglasses are cool, but I always liked the early, and even when he first came back to life, this costume I think is actually kind of cool. But a very powerful character who in the Avengers probably falls just underneath Thor.
I'm looking to see where he is on the wall.
Yeah, I don't think he's on there. Yeah, it should be, and apparently the Marvel Universe is going to do a show or a film on Wonder Man at some point. That's what I'm hearing. So Simon Williams, but yeah, very cool issue. Again, I having never read this before, I had forgotten that he, just dies like instantly. So it's cool that they brought him back, but yeah, very powerful character. Like I said, in like Avengers power lore over the years, probably second to or maybe third behind the Hulk. What?
I was going to say, how long has Craig had that book since he was a kid?
He got it. No, for me, he went out.
He went out and got it.
He went out and found it.
Oh, geez!
Yeah, so
wow,
Craig, you are such a good dude.
Wow.
But yeah, Wonder Man probably sits right behind Thor as far as like power goes in the Avengers. I guess you can always say either the Hulk or Thor, most powerful Avengers ever. Hercules is right up there too. Giant Man or Goliath is also up there, and then I would say Wonder Man for me is probably right behind Thor, Hercules, Hulk as far as like most powerful figures ever in the Avengers. So yeah, again, thanks Craig. So I got a very cool Avengers key. This is now my oldest Avengers issue at number 9. Before this, my oldest, I believe, was number 12.
Nice job. He hooked me up last year or 2 years ago with the graphic novels and the Treasury edition.
Yeah.
So nice score.
Thank you, Craig. And I figure while we're here, let me just show off and talk a little bit about a couple of old Avengers that I've actually been reading. I decided to kind of read a bunch of these because I've had them for a while. I just haven't gotten around to them. So I got issue number 28. which is says, "Back at last, Giant Man, among us walks a Goliath." So this is the return of both Giant Man and the Wasp to the ranks of the Avengers after not being around for a while. This is issue number 28. But here he comes back, and Mr. Pym changes his name from Giant Man to Goliath.
Oh, okay.
So very, very cool.
That works. I'll remember that.
Yeah. And then here's a pretty cool 2-issue run. Issue number 32, The Sign of the Serpent. And issue number 33, To Smash a Serpent. So this is basically the Avengers fighting this group of bad guys called the Serpent. Really weird how, considering how old this is probably what, like 1964, 65, something like that, maybe 66. And this group, the Serpents, which are basically just costumed villains, but they're more like Nazis, right? Infiltrating the U.S. And basically, all the rhetoric and stuff that's going on here is the Serpent Group talking about how they need to eradicate from society
and take over
all, like, Hispanic people and black people and Asian people and everything else. And it's
genocide.
Totally, and it's you read some of the dialogue in here, and it's like kind of like Nazi Germany all over again, and that's what Cap talks about, because Cap was around during World War II. So really, some kind of really wild stuff for the time.
It's the '60s, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I was reading these, and I'm like, wow, I'm amazed they even went there. After getting over all the shit that happened with Hitler and whatnot, just not that long before. So, but those are pretty cool, interesting stuff there. And then here's issue number 39. Which is
Hercules cover.
Yeah, a nice Hercules cover. So this is Hercules against the Avengers and Hercules against the Mad Thinker and his triumvirate of terror. He's got these 3 goons there, and this is pretty cool. So this is when Hercules is kind of hanging out with the Avengers, but not an official member of the Avengers yet. So that's pretty good. And this is all Don Heck art on all this stuff. And then here, issue number 41, the last one I'll show here today, is when Diablo, the bad guy, creates the Dragon Man, and we've seen the Dragon Man pop up in various issues of the Avengers as well as the Fantastic Four later on. So here you've got, and this is really good because it's got a really good battle of Goliath versus the Giant Man, or versus the Dragon Man, which is pretty cool. And meanwhile, Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch and the rest are really having not much to do, and they could really use Hercules' help here, but he's out and about doing other stuff, so he doesn't really factor in this fight in this issue right here. But really cool stuff from the Avengers from the 60s. So, if you are a fan, I would say seek this stuff out. You can get these for somewhat reasonable prices. I mean, obviously this one is the big one of the group, but these are out there. If you're not afraid to spend $40 to $75, or thereabouts on some of these, you can get these, and these are all in pretty good shape. We got a 3.5, a 4.0. A good 3.0 and a 2.5, so that's pretty good. I think I don't mind buying stuff that's great in there. They look good. Right, I mean, they're good reader copies. I don't buy these to resell. I don't buy these to slab. No, yeah, exactly. So to me, as long as it's held together and I can take it out and read it and handle it, and the cover's not ripped off and shredded, I would consider
it's not falling apart.
No, because I don't need to be spending $200 on a 7.0. I'm not that interested. I'm not buying them to resell them. So yeah. So anyway, that's just a little look at some cool Avengers classic issues, including the Key, which is number 9 with the debut of Wonder Man, first appearance day on Comic Book Users. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Everyone, take care.
Happy holidays.
Yes, thanks for being here so much, and we'd like you to click the like button and help support Comic Book Geezers. And as always, thanks for being here, and come back for more comic books.
That's stuff. Right. Craig Kaminsky, thank you so much. You're a good friend, and we'll see everybody after the holidays. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. And we'll see you soon here from Comic Book Geezers. For Wild Bill, I'm Pete. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.